Hey, I'm Dani from Blackbird.
Hey, I'm Kate, also from Blackbird.
And we're really excited to chat to you today about Blackbird's Impact Summit on sustainability. So the Impact Summit is a startup-focused online event uniting founders, operators, and investors from the ecosystem, March 15 to March 17. And it's going to be a jam-packed sort of 3 days or 3 mornings from 9 a.m. till 10:30. And we're really focusing on bringing together the best of ANZ startups and scale-ups and investors from the ecosystem to explore how businesses can help tackle the big challenges posed by climate change and sustainability.
Yeah, so to tell you a little bit more about it, we've set up the event to have sort of 3 specific themes. So on the first day, which is the Tuesday the 15th, we're going to be really focused on having an inspiring opening keynote. So keep your eye out for who that person is to be. And then followed by 2 really practical sessions. One session looking at, what are scopes 1, 2, and 3 emissions? Many of you might have those questions. Followed by a really practical session with Abby, where she's going to sort of take us through the template of writing your very first sustainability plan. So that's day 1. Day 2 is when we move to hearing from operators and founders in businesses across the Australia and New Zealand ecosystem about how they've built businesses putting sustainability at their heart. So you'll hear first off from a session from Jared Ingersoll. He's the head of sustainability at Canva, and he's going to be talking in depth about all the incredible things that Canva's been up to in terms of building out their business and scaling with sort of climate in mind. And then followed by that, we'll have 2 breakout sessions. One looking at D2C businesses, so direct to consumer businesses, and how founders of those businesses have built out their brands and their kind of customer story to really meet this sort of growing demand for sustainability products. At the same time, we'll also then have a session with B2B businesses. Again, looking at the way that you can build up a sort of brand story that's authentic around sustainability. And in both of those sessions, those sorts of founders and operators are going to be talking in really practical terms about how they built out those decisions, the trade-offs that they sometimes faced, how they thought about, making sure that their brands were authentic about the way that they built out what they were up to in that space. And then the third and final day, which will be the Thursday, we're going to actually turn to the future. So we're going to have quite a jam-packed session with a bunch of climate tech VCs. So we'll have Phoebe from our own team. We'll also have 2 climate tech VCs from the United States. And also Lucy Hankin representing Grok. And they're going to be talking a lot about what they're looking for in climate tech and what you can expect in terms of investments going forward, where they think the opportunities are, where they're looking for more deal flow. And then finally, capping us all off, we're going to have a sort of final keynote from Robin Denholm, who is one of our colleagues here at Blackbird, but she's also the chair of the Tesla board and also of the Tech Council for Australia. So she's really going to be talking about what does that look like at mega scale when you're looking at a global business. So we've got lots of great speakers coming together. We've had just over 230 people sign up for the session already. Yeah. It's only been open a couple of days, so get in quick.
And I think the thing to just point out is we'd love for you to join us for all of the days, but you can also pick and choose your own adventure. So you can just come to one session or a couple of sessions, or maybe one day and not the other day. So it's totally up to you. The event's probably most suited to people who are just starting out with their sustainability journey. So you're either just starting to think about what that action plan or strategy might look like, and it's for founders and operators. So if you're a founder and you can't make it, or there's someone in your team who's really becoming that sort of sustainability champion, they should absolutely come along. So please pass along the invite. Yeah.
And how do people get involved? Is it mostly online, or will there be in-person sessions as well?
So this one's going to be all online. Sadly, COVID makes that sort of a necessity these days. However, it does mean that we're able to bring together people from all over the world, and we're looking to a really interactive set of sessions and Q&As throughout these sessions. So it'll all be online and accessible from wherever you are.
Wonderful. So how do people get involved, and is the spaces limited? You've already got 230 signups, but I guess the beauty of being online and the gift of COVID is it is unlimited.
It is unlimited. So you can either head to, we've promoted it a little bit through our socials. So Blackbird's Twitter, our LinkedIn, Facebook and even our Instagram. Otherwise, just head to the Blackbird website and you will see it under our events page, or you can go to blackbird.vc/Blackbird Impact Summit, and it's also there.
And is there a fee for this? Because it sounds like there's going to be such incredible speakers, but also really great tools to empower you on that sustainability impact journey.
So no, it's totally free of charge. And in fact, we want that to be the case. We want everyone, whoever you are, to be able to benefit from hearing from some of these incredible speakers that we're lucky enough to put in front of you. And a lot of these founders and operators are really keen to share their lessons with others in the field. So no, totally free and totally open to all.
It's so great to see a summit like this come about for a long time. Sustainability and doing good and for purpose really belong to that not-for-profit kind of sector. And now it feels like that's no longer the case. And we are seeing amazing examples of for-profit businesses also being for purpose and in fact extending their impact because of their soaring profits. What really excites you about this impact, sustainability and climate space?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Charlotte. I think, climate change is real and it's coming fast. And so I think it's increasingly clear that business leaders want to be part of the solution to that, whether that's that they are building solutions to the specific problems. So we're also going to be hearing from a few videos from some startups and scale-ups across the ecosystem who are building products directly trying to tackle some of the challenges we're going to face. But regardless of whether that's the entirety of your business, any business out there faces a series of decisions, whether that's how they set up their supply chains, how they think about recycling, how they think about, offsetting the emissions that their businesses may be creating. And so every business everywhere has an opportunity to be part of that solution. And I think what we're increasingly seeing is that businesses want to step up to that challenge. And that's not just because they think it's the right thing to do, but because it also makes market sense. Consumers are increasingly moving toward businesses that represent a true commitment to sustainability, but we also see talent wants to move into businesses that care about these kinds of issues and put, what their real mission is at the heart of what they're trying to grow and scale. And we're excited to sort of showcase a bit of where that's going in the Australia and New Zealand ecosystem. A lot of the same people that you champion through Climate Salad, we want to be able to champion through this particular mechanism and, learn and grow as we go.
Wonderful. I mean, it is a really exciting time, like reading in the news that Origin Energy is closing down Australia's largest coal-fired plant 7 years ahead of schedule. Same with Energy Australia. And now, Mike Cannon-Brookes is like, let's take over AGL. Let's get rid of this. It's exciting to see that it's not just people who really care about our people and our planet, but there's a huge economic opportunity for investing in this space.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Only that we'd be excited to see as many people there, and also thinking about what comes after the event. We know that events are a fantastic way of drawing attention to a series of issues, but we're also going to be thinking quite a lot about how we can kind of keep this conversation alive. So looking forward to having folks from Climate Salad there to help us think through what the next best steps are after the event as well.
And create a better future for all.